And a big welcome to race 6 of the Namibian Winter League. It is Roule Ma Poule as one of the routes for the Tour de France. And we've got it virtual in the game. Alright, now as we watch the start, where everybody comes together, this is hard. And immediately just after the start, we're going to have incline. Now, I also didn't know that. This was the first time we were on this track. And I think nobody else knew it or knew what to expect here. It was the first time on this route. As you can hear, the French are quite noisy. Now, as you can see in the first group, oh, I see Kevin jumped to start. He's on his own lonesome in the front. I don't think that will be sustainable. The group is catching him quite fast. Now let's see who's in this group. I think I could see her. Peter Lariche is here. And we're riding with Willie now. He's doing 380, 400 watts. Heart rate quite good. Peter Lariche is 168 heart rate, 380 watts, 390 watts. Yeah, is that sustainable? That's very hard. As you can see, the incline is now starting at 1%. We're actually just over a little bit of a crest, and it is currently at 1%. It's going to go up now. I think I saw Allan here. Willie Junius is towards the front there. Yeah, Allan is here coming up in this. He's got like, it's just gonna go past there. He's riding a Tron bicycle, and he's got, we are with him now. He's got a black outfit with the green and red stripes on the left. He's 171 heart rate. It's very high, 4% incline. They're still pushing big numbers here. I see Barry Jones at the back, and well, the only ones I see here. I know I started quite way back and I had to fight my way. There's the first time I'm on the leaderboard. But this was extremely hard. Right now we are Peter, Kevin, Allan, Sarel. We're all together. Willie is a little bit to the front. Now if you look on the top and you look at the minimap shows there it's a steady incline for a lot of kilometers. But that is on the main route. We're actually going to turn off the main route. But looking at a minimap, I thought that I must pace here, because there's no way I'm going to survive this at this kind of pace. Now we are with me. Basically 159 heart rate, doing 260s. I just caught up to this group now in any case. So all the time I was catching. But I'm basically, as Clinton would say, wind out. And these guys are just going stronger. I looked at the minimap and I saw this is one hell of a long uphill. And I only can manage about 150 close to my FTP. So this is what I want to do. And I let the group go, because it's I can't stick to that. And Barry already dropped off. Peter already dropped off. Kevin dropped off. So it's just Allan up the road and Willie. That's the only two people still in front of me. We are with Renando Burger. As you can see, decent watts, very high heart rate, hitting the incline. This is hard work, very hard work. He's doing very good watts. There's a lot of encouragement on the painted on the road. We're with Nicolas Huxema, and NC is pacing it quite nicely. He and Theo is together. Theo is right behind him, and who is right? Oh, it's a South Africa Oliver behind. Alright, they've got a decent pace for Class C. That guy so looks like NC. As you can see, Matt is still going strong. 163 heart rate, nice cadence. So he's got Tiaan just in front of him, and they are 14 seconds behind NC and Theo. And a little bit behind them we've got Jandre in I think it's Reino. We are riding with Tiaan now, and as you can see, Tiaan is saving his watts. He probably thinks it's also a very steep and long uphill. His heart rate is very low. He's definitely not pushing very hard. And I think it's Reino. And we can't see his heart rate, so we don't know how hard he's pushing. He's pushing low cadence, he's definitely out of the saddle. And I see Jandre is really covering him. He's not going to go anywhere. And Jandre is quite a beast on an uphill. And these two are having a nice little tug of war here. But that's what you need, and then both go faster. Now we're riding with Jandre. Jandre is also is like 300, 350, 159 heart rate. That's quite high for him. He's also low cadence, so he's definitely standing as well. And they're basically over the top, and then you just hit the left. Now in Kevin's group here, it's basically me, now this is the front group. This is where Willie is, and as you can see, they are cruising 47 kilometers per hour. It's quite fast on a 0%. So he's stuck with him over the top. It's very good, it's what you need to do. His heart rate is 155, which is still lots of room. He can go a lot harder, so he's just maintaining his position. This is Allan and his friend that dropped off from the front bunch. So they're all on the lonesome. There's people 16 seconds in front of him. Now we are sort of 5 seconds behind them. We are a group that came over the top together. So it should be no problem to catch these two. Speaking to Allan after it, he said basically if he knew the hill was also short, he would have stuck to the front group. But he thought it's going to go quite high, so he started pacing. Now this is my group with Kevin in it. And I think everybody is here. Jones. No, Barry and Peter is in their own little group behind. And this is me and Kevin in this group. Now Allan and his friend is just a little bit in front of us, like a little carrot that's hanging there. Now Allan knows already tactics that if you are on your own and there's a big group catching from behind, then don't spend yourself, just wait for that group and make sure you sort of accelerate and stick with the group, so don't burn unnecessary matches. Now I don't actually want to help to close them down. I want to leave them out there a little bit longer so that they can at least spend some energy. Because the weaker I can get Allan towards the finish, the better. Now as you can see, Allan is maintaining basically the back wheel of this guy. Not doing too much, not doing too little, just to stick. I think this guy has got steering because actually his steering was disabled for the race. And then we've got Barry. Now Barry is with Peter. And they are 18 seconds behind us now. They're basically in no man's land. They've got a guy 12 seconds behind them, and then 18, and then 25. So it's just the two of them. And they're definitely having some fun. And being in that position is quite hard, because you can't catch the guys in front of you. That's a big group and they're going quite fast. So you are sort of better off waiting for the other stragglers behind you and then sort of form your own little group. Now we're back with Renando, and he's basically at least got some people with him. It seems like a group of 3 people, maintaining a decent speed, and they are basically Barry and Peter is about 40 something seconds in front of him. We're back with Theo now. He is still with NC. The two of them are really struggling it out, yeah, or slugging it out. And we've got Matt and Tiaan behind them, 35 seconds. We've got Renando, who's basically 17 seconds in front of him. So this can be a good little group if you can actually catch them, or Renando can fall back to this group. But these two, nobody is giving an inch. I'm certain there's a lot of mind games here. These little kicks, you have to accelerate. Now we've got Tiaan and Matt together, yeah? They at least got a third person. Cruising at quite a nice pace. They did bring the skinny bikes. And this is a little incline. Matt's heart rate is quite high. Tiaan is sort of pulling away. Now lap 1 is now almost complete, and we're doing 2 laps. So that little uphill in the beginning, we have to do it 3 times. Matt is trying his best. And Jandre and Reino is still together. It's quite a nice little fight. Will they stick together? I see every time Jandre is asking questions, Reino is answering them. There's a gap now. Close that gap. And back in the front with Willie. Now Willie is still in a lead group. His heart rate is higher, 160. As you can see, the watts is quite high. He's frequently in the front. He's on good form. Allan's group has got Kevin, Allan, and me. This group is moving. It's quite a little fast group. I accidentally went on the front. So if you see basically the kilometers per hour in a group like this, without much effort, you're doing 42, 43 kilometers per hour. When you are 2 or less, you'll be doing a lot more watts for a lot less kilometers per hour. So draft is absolutely important. So right now everybody's sort of playing the same game. You are trying to stick with the group without spending much energy, as little bit as possible. And Kevin is doing amazing to hang here. His heart rate is very high, 173. His cadence is not that high. Now everybody is sort of saving their power, saving their energy, because they know that uphill is gonna bite. Peter and Barry is still together, still going quite strong. They're over a minute and 11 seconds behind us now, because that bigger group is moving. I see Renando is now 31 seconds behind them. He's working quite hard, decent heart rate, decent watts. Barry's got lower heart rate, doing some good watts, quite a lowish cadence. So these two are definitely having fun. Back with Willie, they're going through the town just before they start the second lap. So shortly after this, the uphill will start. There's also a sprint section here that is called Marina Sprint. Marina Sprint, yes. Now let's see who's leading that. You'll see a marker on the right hand side where it starts. It's normally either a red or a green line. There on your right you see the green flashing. There, it just started. So now this is a time section, yeah. And basically it's gonna finish around this corner under the arch. So you see there's guys coming on from the back. They're coming past because they want a faster time. Okay, through the arch. And then everybody gets their time. And as you can see on the left hand side, that's the guys' times. And now our little group is also in town. There, I accidentally went to the front again. Allan's heart rate is extremely low, but it's not true. His device is malfunctioning, probably a flat battery. Alright, we're coming up to that time section as well now. I also like to hang back before the I'm out. It was fun. The race is not finished, dude. Let's go. Alright. Okay, there on the right hand side is the start of the time section. Now automatically you actually want to start at as far back in the group as you can, and then finish it as far in the front of the group as you can. Then you will have the fastest time of this group. And after Marina Sprint, I see Allan has got the fastest time, and I have the fourth fastest time. Alright, we were with Willie. There's the first kick before the long steady climb. There's a little break in front of him. Now he's going to close that down. we've got two guys that actually went for the Marina sprint. They went quite fast, but they of course de-accelerate because two people can't stay in front of this kind of group. It's very scenic, very nice, cobblestones, rivers. Before you get to this stage, you get a lighthouse. There's some tractors. Nice big crowds came out and support the race. The hot air balloons, everything like it is so French, eh? Alright. Anyways, there's a little kick in front here. Everybody always goes super hard here. That's why it helps if you actually have ridden the course before, because then you know how hard to go where and for how long. But right now we're sort of guessing. Now I basically started this climb in the front of the group, catching the headwind, so automatically the drag is more on my avatar and then it slows down more, so you have to actually kick harder to get over. It's not the best spot to be in. Now Kevin's heart rate 175. How high will it go? He's losing touch. He's losing touch. Allan is still comfortable. He is absolutely spinning it. You saw 111 on the cadence. 400 watts. Now that's very nice. Spin to win. I see I'm right next to him. Actually, but the big incline is going to start soon. Yeah, Kevin just passed us. Now Peter, we've got Peter and Barry still having a nice little duel. At least there are 3 people now, so that's going to be a little bit a faster group. But the guys behind is 40 seconds, that's too far. There's one guy in front, 14 seconds. That they will definitely catch him if he's still got power to go with him. But I see he's a B-class rider, so he's possibly going to increase the distance if possible. We'll just have to keep our eye on that one. Come on, Peter, don't get dropped. Yeah, it's big watts. It's a little incline, they are kicking, so Peter's definitely going to go over it with quite nice momentum if he can keep it. Barry will have to kick hard to close this gap, because the momentum is in the favor of Peter. You must kick now. Oh, I think Barry is done. Barry is saying, come on legs, but the legs is saying, go away. Alright. Renando, and he is in his own little group, but he's got a nice little group. Also having doing the little kick now. You must just hang in there. Stick to wheels, don't let gaps open. And the duel continues. Nicholas and Theo. Who's gonna have it in the end? What's nice about it is that not one is snowballing or sandbagging the other one. Both are making turns up front. Nicholas is making Theo work a bit. You pull, brother, you pull. Go, go, go. If he could, he would probably take out the whip. Just for inspiration. As you can see, Jandre is 54 seconds behind this group. So they are keeping their distance, they're not being caught. It's Matt on his lonesome behind him. Yeah, kicking quite hard. Nicholas' heart rate can still go up a little. So he's definitely not stretched, he's still got some reserves. Matt has got a nice little group here. Now, they are behind Jandre, if I'm correct. The minimap is playing around here. But Renando is supposed to be in this group with Reino and Matt. They're all together, yes. But it shows here Jandre is also here. So did the groups come together? Reino is here. Now Reino and Jandre was having a nice little one. So it seems they all came together. Very nice. Come Matt, don't let him go. Now Tiaan has found his stride. He is going like a man on a mission. Jandre is behind you, dishing out the herd. Yeah, him and Reino is still together. We've got Willie here, all in his lonesome, 13th, so he got basically dropped from the group. He's all in his lonesome. And this was just after the uphill. Allan just went over the uphill as well, over the crest. It's him and another guy. Oh, and I'm a little bit distance behind him. Oh, I'm sprinting. I'm very determined to close this gap. I almost fell on that corner. Eh? Did you see my bike slide? And then basically I'm super tucking on the down, doing a nice 60 kilometers per hour. And then if I see the speed comes down, I'll put in another sprint. There's another sprint. Now these sprints are energy sapping, leg tiring, but I have to close the gap. It's now or never. So I'm giving it my all. Oh, and I did not realize it, but I was actually, now I'm quite far ahead of Kevin. Yeah, 19 seconds. So he was distanced on the downhill. On the uphill. Alright. But I did catch Allan and his friend. Okay, that friend was not really a friend because he just said slip the whole time. He never pulled in front. Alright. We're on this incline. This is now Barry. He dropped Peter. He's got 23 seconds on Peter. Well, it's a bit early to drop somebody because you still have another lap. This is 26 kilometers into the race. The French people are noisy. Keep strong and climb on. That guy's a poet and didn't even know it. Alright, and Peter is not closing the gap. Barry is on his own. Peter's got a friend with him, it seems. Possibly 4 of them. A group of 4. Now a group of 4 will catch Barry again. Let's just make sure. But Barry is showing them a clean set of heels. He is going. I see he's on the, I think it's a specialized Allan sprint. Alright, here's Peter going over the crest. He's distanced the other 4 guys behind him, 5, 6 guys behind him. He should wait. Just calm down, recoup, rest a bit. Let the group behind catch, and when they catch, just attach. And here comes, it's just Renando. Now Renando's group must catch Peter, because you can already see here they're doing almost 60 kilometers per hour and they're down. They back up to 56, and that for 155 watts. So it's very, 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 very important, the slipstream. Just roll through to the front, and if everybody rolls through the front and back, then the average speed will just increase. And he's still doing soft pedaling, 180 watts. Will he catch it? The gap already came down a bit. But they will catch Peter soon. Let's just watch and see what happens here. We're back with Jandre. Now Tiaan is 8 seconds up the road. And he distanced Matt. Willie is still in 13th position. He's catching some people. But according to the leaderboard on the right hand side, it is basically B's that he's catching. But we'll see if the position increase or decrease. Because it is possible that bees can hold on for quite a long time. 32 kilometers, I don't think. This is quite tough. Now Willie put in a bit of a dig there. His Swas is very jumpy. He should just close this gap to get together with them. This is so near yet so far. You should just sprint and close this. This is killing me watching this. go or you leave. We've got Allan, me, and this German dude. Now this German dude is now in front. I'm certain that was per accident. He is definitely a very skilled Zwift racer as well, because he doesn't go to the front. He manages his power perfectly. Of course we want Allan to work, but Allan is also clever. So as you can see, his watch was quite low, so our average speed is coming down, because he's nobody's fool. So it depends on how you take this race. If you race it for the time or you race it for practice. If you race it for practice, you will be in the front working. If you are racing for the win or time or whatever, you will do as little as possible. So you have the most lift for that uphill. Now about here we've got like 17 kilometers left. So you're making plans, you know exactly, you've been around the course now once. You know sort of the kicks and the stuff that's going to happen. And you can sort of plan it better. Now I know for a fact if I take Allan to the hill, he's gonna kill me. He's in any case stronger than me. So what I'm gonna do, you'll have to watch and see. But I actually want him to work now as much as possible so that his legs can feel it. And we've got Kevin here, and Kevin is in his own little group now. Also cruising. Also 17 k's to go now. He did very well to hang that for so long with us all. And even he had a very hot start. Alright, as you can see, Barry still got, is it 30 something seconds? Let me have a look. 26 seconds in front of Renando and Peter. That is now together, and yeah, will they catch? We'll have to see. They should catch because they are 3 or 4 together. Alright, watching them. 2 for 5 of them, but they are all sort of sandbagging each other, yeah. Okay, there the speed is picking up. It's very nice. They should catch. Barry is 29 seconds. Speedy gonna drive the pace a bit. Definitely. Yeah, it's not far from the end. We've got Nicholas and two and another guy. And the three of them still together. Four. They are four now. He's got himself a nice little group here. If I find that Frenchman with that horn, I'm gonna help him to fit it to his motorcycle or something. Tiaan is kicking this little 5% incline. That one is Jandre with him, so they're both together. This is quite a nice little race as well. Now can Tiaan and Jandre stay together? They should. Willie's got a nice little group. As you can see, he was 13th, now he's 11th. So he did catch some people that also dropped off. Those guys were at two riders B, and there was one in front of him. So it's those three guys that he caught up with, and they are basically forming a nice little group. Is not very far from the finish, because you can see it's now 42 kilometers into the race. The race is just 50 kilometers, so there's less than 8 left. Gonna skip a little bit forward. Now this part got quite exciting. You can see I've got a gap on Allan. What happened is when we went through the town, I basically tried to break the group up a bit, but then they let me go. So they basically made a decision for me, so I had to like try and go to the end. It's a little bit far. It was 3 kilometers, and 3 kilometers is very, very tough to go on your own, and they are two together, but still, as you can see, Allan is doing all the work, so this guy is not assisting, and it's basically me versus Allan. But we all know how strong Allan is and how weak sauce I am, so I'm basically giving it my all. Now you can see Allan has got some very decent watts. He is closing me down. Willie is on his own. He should be... Yeah, he's on the incline. He's not far from the finish. He's in 13th position again. It's only 1k for him to go. After this turn, you'll see the people lining up the sides, and you're gonna go up that little hill. 8% incline, yeah. Uh, 170 heart rate. Keeping the watts was close to 300, 350. He did tap it off a bit now. Legs are probably burning. 170 heart rate, 91 cadence. Very good effort. Very nicely done. Go, 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 that one said. You can do it, I think that one says. Bag somewhat. Keep strong and climb on. Okay, and you're basically over the top. He's finishing with a nice effort of 500. Very, very, very nice. 171 heart rate. Well earned position and win of the Namibians. Now let's go. I am still a little bit in front, 4 seconds. Allan is right behind. Now at the moment 240 is what I can do. You see the heart rate is 170. My max is actually supposed to be 168. I am absolutely drilling it, giving it all I can. There's no more. And the big bad wolf is coming. And now at this moment I'm sort of pacing. As you can see, I'm bringing down the heart rate slightly. I'm checking the distance, and I know it's quite far. It's only like 1.2 kilometers to go, but it is a million miles. I'm maintaining above my FTP for this late in the race. And Allan is just closing this down systematically at a 4 watts per kilo. And this is Allan's viewpoint. Now we can't see his heart rate, but you can see he's got nice cadence. Now this guy came past. Now of course he's now offering some slipstream. So Allan's 16 kilometers per hour just became 17, and it is now coming back. It's going up. Stop it. Go down. Alright. Anyway, so he's closing me down here very, very fast. Now I wanted to put in a nice little dig here to break Allan's spirit, but there was like nothing left. 269 heart rate. 170, sorry, 170. I'm still maintaining 280. So my effort is very, very steady. Allan is sort of in my slipstream now. Now there was just nothing left. I couldn't even get a heart rate above going up anymore because there was just nothing. Look at Allan's cadence. As you can see, I am standing on those pedals. That damn bicycle doesn't want to go, so well done to Allan. He just passed me, basically in sight of the finish line. And this is Allan finishing in a strong 400, 428, 429. He's absolutely gassed as well. But he made it, he did it. Well done. And basically when he passed me, my wheels fell off. I got a flat both front and rear, and I think a bug flew into my mouth, so I was coughing as well. Now that was a good race. That was very, very intense, that last bit. I seriously tried my best to stay in front, but I couldn't do it. And here we've got Kevin coming to the finish line. He had a tremendous race. Heart rate 178, 179. Will we see a 180? While he's standing, it will not somehow do a 180. If he picks up the cadence, it will definitely go there. He's not gonna. He's just stomping on those pedals. Make this damn thing go up this hill. There, 600, 500, 600. Oh man, this guy was sandbagging, man. Look at this kind of watts. 180, 181. I saw 181. Oh, this is a finish, eh? Okay, the gas just left the tank. It's all empty. There's nothing left. Asking questions like, can legs really burn this much? Well done, Kevin. Well done. And we've got Barry. And I see Versaghi is back with him. No, it's not. So he stayed in front. Peter and Reino didn't catch him. Well done, Barry. Well done. Where's our sprint? Asks 300. Well done. All the pain and suffering has ended. And now we're gonna see. Yeah, Peter is approaching the finish line. Not far behind. And Renando is behind him. And well done, that's done. 124. And then we have Renando coming in for a finish. And over the finish line. Well done. Nicholas. He dropped Theo. There's 26 seconds in it. His heart rate 167, the highest we've seen so far. That is a nice heart rate. He is working for that. I think he's smoking Chesterfields or something. He is really working for that one. We skip back to Gio. His heart rate is bogus at the moment, for sure. Still doing decent watts. Yeah, that heart rate is very, very, very low. Basically impossible. Alright, and the finish line is right here. And the time is roughly... Will we get 2:29? 1:29, sorry. Very nicely done. And I think this is like Tiaan's maiden race. He's doing very well. He did manage to pull away from Jandre. So when we saw him on the bridge going away, he was going away, and he kept away until now. So he had a nice little solo race. His heart rate is quite high now. His watts is also quite high. If he was with me, he would have handed it to me as well. So well done. There's a lot of tricks to Zwift. So it's not just brute power. But well done. Excellent power delivery. Good heart rate, very good cadence. This guy is also in good form. And we've got the daddy coming over the line. And he's approaching the top. He was not far behind. So a lot of watts. His heart rate is extremely high as well. He's really working hard. Well done, Jandre. Well done. And the time will be 1:30. It's excellent. And we've got Matt here. Now, Matt, what happened? You got a 4-wheel flat, you say? All 4. Alright. Almost there. 145 heart rate is low. 46. That's if your legs are that finished that you can't get your heart rate up, then you must know. 147. Yeah, that's all he's gonna do. That is it. And your time will be 1:34. Go, 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 go. And the time is 1:34.2526. Alright. Reino is coming in for the finish. And now he had a very, very, very good dice with Jandre. But in the end, the last couple of Ks he couldn't keep up. And now he's just maintaining, cruising to the finish. Okay, now I could do that. Bag some bragging rights. They should actually put something there that you must throw away your bag of excuses or something like that. Alright, and that's it. And I think this was the last guy. So the last one's got home. Well done, Reino. And your time, 1:36. Well done. Thanks everybody. Let's check the next one.